All right. So, question I get asked a lot, and I haven't really fully answered it to be completely fair, is my thoughts on Tom King's Batman. I just got through reading, City of Bane. Obviously, this is issue 75. This is the latest issue of um, of Batman. And Tom King has done other stuff, Heroes and Crisis, among other stories. And considering what other individuals say about it, it seems that he's more of an acquired taste. So we're going to speak specifically to Batman. I'm not going to spend too much time on this, and I'm certainly not going to talk about the other stories. Maybe I'll save that for other days. But let's talk about Batman. Now, I want to give make something very clear that I do love the direction post Rebirth that DC for the most part has gone, and it's like we're starting to get high issue series, which is a rarity these days. You know, you could go back in the day and it was, you know, Batman, it didn't matter, Marvel or DC. You could see comics that were going up to hundreds of issues, right? And let me turn this off real quick. But going to hundreds of different issues, and now they're at 75 with Batman. I believe they're at 74 with Flash, as well as Wonder Woman, and Aquaman's getting up there as well. Though the current writer is questionable on that. Again, something for a different story or a different video. Tom King's Batman. So again, I got to set the scene because I don't want to be too negative about this because I do like the direction that they're going. We're getting high issue series, and for the most part, with Tom King's Batman, I enjoyed it leading up until let's say recent issues, and I'll explain why. Though he has been an acquired taste, I haven't ragged on him as nearly as much as other individuals have. I did like some of the stories that have come out of this, some of the arcs that have come out of this, particularly the jokes, was the jokes of or the war of jokes and riddles or whatever. That was I thought was great. And we're actually going more so after the whole wedding, which you know what I'm talking about if you know what I'm talking about. After that, things have gotten a little difficult to follow, let's say, right? And that's where Tom King sort of loses me in that it's become so incoherent. A lot of the events don't make sense. He's dreaming, he's not dreaming. Um, and that shit drags on way too many issues, right? So it makes it nearly impossible to pick up what the fuck is going on, and not in a good way. It's Batman, right? You sort of pick up certain events, and you got to follow the story. That's different. That's not what we're dealing with Tom King's Batman now, right? So that's my biggest gripe with it. I haven't had as many gripes as other individuals have had before this, but right now it just doesn't make fucking sense. It's not streamlined, and the events are running into each other. You can't pick up what the fuck is going on half the time. Aside from that, and I know that maybe his writing style, some of the dialogue is sort of off. There's these like poetic shits going on in the background. You're like, what the fuck does this have to do with any of this? It does not move the dialogue. It doesn't add to anything. So my gripe with it, and where I'm at with Batman now, it's just an incoherent mess. Hard to follow. It's a mess right now. Wasn't always like that, but right now, it's a mess. So hopefully they can pick this shit back up going into the future. I don't want to reboot. I don't want that at all. Again, we're at issue 75. Let's keep this shit going. If you got to replace writers, but let's keep it going at the very least and try to pick back up. But certainly, and I can't remember the issues. I probably should have looked into that before I did this video. But certainly post wedding, which wasn't that long ago, but post wedding debacle that is, and I know that in itself pissed a lot of people off. It's hard, bro. It's hard to keep up with. So that's where I'm at with Tom King's Batman. It's just a jumbled up, hard to follow fucking mess, and it's just randomized at this point. And again, it doesn't do really it doesn't do it justice. Considering that I believe he started off on the good foot, if you will. And I know some people are going to disagree with me. But they're going to say I've hated Tom King since he picked this shit up. But certainly in recent issues, I'm not fond of it. And they've been dragging this shit. It's becoming not even recent anymore how long they've been dragging out this storyline. So I hope they pick it back up. But that's where I'm at with Tom King's Batman right now. Post City of Bane. Or post wedding, right? We're at City of Bane right now. It's a fucking mess. So it's hard to follow, incoherent fucking mess.